It's time for Talking Sports, Birmingham's only weekly sports update to put you in the game. Winning isn't everything, it's the only thing. Now, here is your winning action host, Kip Kiefer, and the legend.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Talking Sports. It must be Saturday morning at 10:30 on ABC 3340. I'm Kip Kiefer. He's the legend, and that voice you heard that brought us in, he's a legend too. He's joining us this week.
How about that now? Come on now. Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Tony Curry.
This is awesome. This is a nice little setup you got going on here.
Legend.
I'm moving in is what I'm doing.
It's awesome.
It's
I mean, in this town, there's a couple of phrases that you can say that's synonymous with this guy. You say classic rock, what comes to your mind?
Tony Curry.
Tony Curry. It's just a given. You say, the opening drive.
Easy, my wife may be watching.
Well, yeah. I'll save that one for the after show. But anyway, this guy has defined media in Birmingham for a long time. We've had some other iconic characters on, so it's about time we got Tony Curry in here.
Yeah, I demanded it to my agent last week. I said, if I can't have Tony Curry on the set, I'm resigning. I'm quitting. And he reminded me, well, legend, you don't make nothing, so you ain't got much demand. But we can get Tony, I think. Man, what an honor it is to have you, Tony.
Well, thank you very much.
I
I appreciate you having me, and looking forward to talking some sports. I love doing the Open for you every single week. I watch every single week on the television show. I know we're going to talk a little horse racing and some college football. Be the what they call the emperors of what now?
We're going to be the emperors for a day. So
Okay.
we are going to be. Well, Legend and I have done this before. Yeah. Greg Sankey watches the show all the time to get ideas. Yeah. Welcome, Greg. Glad you're with us.
Hi, Greg. Love you, Greg.
All right, so today we're going to kick things off just by, possibly somebody's watching that doesn't know all about this guy's background, but I thought we'd just spend a little time talking to Tony about his time in Birmingham. Of course, again, he's identified as the face and the voice of
the nose of radio.
I
think the nose of radio. You got the nose.
We'll go that way. But classic rock for so many years on Rock 99, and then the transition to WJOX with Jay Barker and Al Del Greco with that great show that was on first thing in the morning for a long time. You got up early for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, we had a 13-year run, which is a great run in radio. And listen, it's funny because at the age of 53, I feel like I finally have fallen into what God has intended my life to be from a professional standpoint, and that is doing a classic rock station. Been doing classic rock since I was 13 years old, so it's been 40 years. I did it for 25 years since 1988 here with classic rock, 99, and then I got blessed to be doing sports radio with Al Del Greco and Jay Barker and work with both you guys. You were on Jocks for a long period of time, and Legend, you were calling the show all the time, and so I feel like when I watch you guys, I feel like I'm actually on the show on Saturday morning. So it's been great. But we started an internet radio station. I told my wife, I said, if you had told me a year ago that I'd be doing an internet radio station, I'd start driving a truck. And then I started doing some research, and I thought, you know what? I think we got something here. So we started this thing called K-Cast Radio. It's K, it's in Curry.
I think
broadcast.
we got your logo here.
Yeah, K-Cast Radio. And you can download the app. Takes you 5-10 seconds. Don't have to put any information in. It's classic rock to the bone. And I'm known as Tone the Bone.
Tone the Bone.
And it's great classic rock. I handpicked every single title on it. And what happened is I was going to launch it this summer, and I worked with an iOS developer. It had to be on Apple, right? I needed to make sure it was as easy as possible because I know people my age ain't going to go for a 4-step process to download a classic rock station. I don't care how good it is.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it has to be something where you just push it and it's over. And once we got that going, someone found it before I actually knew it was up, and it just absolutely exploded.
That is so cool.
And thank goodness, because it's like those commercials where you start an internet business and you sit there and you just wait for the numbers, and all of a sudden they start scrolling, and you're like, oh crap, now what do we do? Which I'm in the oh crap, what are we going to do portion, and I'm loving it. So, but it's K-Cast Radio. Download the app. It's free. It's great classic rock, and it's just the beginning. We're going to do some sports. I've had Al Del Greco on the show already. I got Jay Barker coming on next week. I've had Damon Johnson on. Alice Cooper is going to call the show in a couple of weeks.
Cool.
So I'm doing this classic rock station the way it needs to be done, the way it should be done, the way I want to do it. And it's been a total blessing. I'm super excited.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard some people tell me about this situation already, the podcast, and they love it because people absolutely love Tony Curry and them classic rock songs. You just don't get it no more. I can tune through the dial now, Kip. I can't find anything I like anymore, especially since they took you off, Kip. That should have been a crime when they took you off the air, Kip. What's wrong with them folks? But now, this is the wave of the future, and I'm in, Tony. I'm excited for you. What's your vision for the future for this?
Well, what I wanted to do is I want to do a classic rock station, and we got that. And I want to do classic rock the bone. I want to do deep cuts. I want to do songs. And again, there's about 600 titles. I handpicked every single song. If you hear it, I like it. I hope people like it too. And what a radio station to me is like a good soup. You're going to have your meat, you're going to have your taters, you're going to have your carrots, you're going to have your green beans, you're going to have your peas. You got the necessities, right? But it's what you sprinkle on top and taste a little bit, and it makes everything in the bowl, in the pot of soup, taste better. So Sweet Home Alabama is going to be on there. Freebird's not. Yeah. I don't need a 14-minute record. We can hear Freebird wherever. Stairway to Heaven didn't make the cut. Trampled Underfoot did. I like to keep it all up-tempo. I think everyone wants to hear an up-tempo record. When you go to a prom, there's only one reason you have a slow song. Why is it? To get close to your honey, right? To get close to your honey. You can get close to your honey listening to some Led Zeppelin.
Yeah. No.
So I kept it up tempo, but we're going to start doing some specialty programming. I'd like to do something with you guys. I'd love to have you in the studio at the house. Yeah. We got a show called The Dark Side of the Pooch.
You got to get my dog on for that.
It's hot dogs and cool kitties. But we're going to do something with the Talladega Super Speedway. We got a show with Bradford. We're going to do an opiate show. We got a book show. I mean, I'm all about doing all kinds of specialty programming that I think people want to hear. They don't have an avenue to do it on terrestrial radio because they want too much of this. Yeah. I think it's great content, and I'll pay you to be on.
That's great. Yeah. Awesome. We'll be right back. We got to take a break, and we're going to talk football when we return. Kip, the legend, and Tony right back.